Hello everyone, my name is Holden Hardman. This is my lovely wife Jen. Today we're watching the Black Panther Wakanda Forever trailer.
Yeah.
We know that we are behind on this one.
Way behind.
It's been out for a little over a month now, as far as us recording this. We're sorry, we had just moved into a new place. We wanted to get caught up on content. We tried getting caught up on Miss Marvel. We tried starting to get caught up on She-Hulk and Stranger Things, and we just kept putting it off and off and off, and we're sorry about that, but today's the day. We're finally gonna get to watch it. Full disclosure, when I watched the Dragon Ball superhero movie with Matt last week, they played this trailer in the movie theater. So I actually saw it
Which
already
he told me about 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, so I had already seen it, and I tried not to,
It's okay.
but I haven't looked at anything else about it. I still have, all the same general questions and feelings, and I'm looking forward to seeing it again. But how are you feeling seeing it for the first time?
What were you thinking when you were watching it? Like, were you like, oh crap, should I close my eyes? Or were you just like, well, I'll just watch it?
It felt like I was like cheating on you and on the viewers. Because like I had gone like a month without seeing it, and it's like you're like inadvertently like at a peep show, when you're married, and you're just like, oh my gosh, but I came with like a friend, so I can't like, so.
That's all right, baby, I forgive you.
Oh, thank you. I felt bad. I felt really bad because I know people wanted to see my initial reaction to it, but anyway. I
am very excited. I have not had anything spoiled. Black Panther was one of my favorite Marvel movies that I think that we watched. I think I remember giving it like a 9.5 or maybe even a 10.
Yeah, it was pretty high.
So it was a very beloved movie to me. I know it's a very beloved movie to a lot of people. And so this follow-up movie is juicy on its own, but also knowing that Chadwick Boseman, passed away and is not going to be in this one. So that leaves a lot of questions. I've heard some drama that has happened with the woman that plays Shuri? Shuri? I know that there's been some drama during this production. So again, that just adds to the juiciness. I want to know like what's gonna happen, who's gonna play who, are they gonna have some new characters in there? So I am really, really amped up for this.
My overall questions still remain the same. Like, how do you continue on Black Panther without Chadwick Boseman, who seemed like just so iconic for that role?
Sure.
And then, his tragic passing away. I've seen some people online wanting to recast Chadwick Boseman as T'Challa, because Chadwick Boseman passing away, should the character have to pass away? And I think there's a question of respect for Chadwick Boseman. He passes away and we just recast his character. And I get that concern, but then, I saw some of the people making points about like when Michael Keaton played Batman, like if he had died after the first Batman, would they have just retired Bruce Wayne? And then not had, anybody, Val Kilmer, Christian Bale, Ben Affleck, nobody else could play him. So I mean, in that way, it made some sense to me. Would you just want to recast the character? And Marvel has done that in the past. I mean, they did it with the Hulk. They did it with Bruce Banner, where Edward Norton played him at first, then they recast him with Mark Ruffalo. But under the circumstances, because Black Panther was such a cultural behemoth in what it represented to Black people in the country and all over the world, I feel like there's maybe more of a personal tie to Chadwick Boseman as that character.
I understand the respect angle, but for me, it's just he fit that role so well that I think it would be an insult to the character. I also feel it would be an insult to Chadwick Boseman, but I think more importantly, it would be an insult to the character to just put someone else in there.
Yeah, and that's, I've kind of been going back and forth on that, to be honest, because I'm thinking like, well, what if Robert Downey Jr. died before Endgame? Would they have recast somebody else? And it wouldn't feel right. And I think that's sort of what's happening with Chadwick Boseman.
I truly feel like there are certain characters that we come across where they are that strong, that important, that well played by the actor that they can never be recast. And I think that it is rare. I think a lot of the time you can recast them, and we've seen that. But I think this is a situation where I can't see it being received well. I can't see it feeling right. I can't see it being as enjoyable. I don't think you should have been cast.
I think the flip side of that is that T'Challa is a main comic book character. So there's so much of his particular story that's never gonna be told. So the way I feel about it currently right now is that I kind of agree with everyone that I think it's way too soon to recast, but I think maybe down the line, if Marvel ever does soft reboots or does something else, or maybe a multiverse type of situation, maybe it might be a little bit more appropriate down the line. Because there is a lot of T'Challa's story that, you know, we're just never gonna get to see that, or, you know. So I'm trying to be sensitive on it on both sides.
Part of me is wondering how much they're going to explain. You know, are they going to just slightly touch on it and move forward? There's a lot of different ways that it can go, but I think that's what's gonna make it so interesting.
Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and watch it. The teaser trailer for Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
No woman, no cry. Good friends we have and good friends we've lost.
Woo.
In this great
Aw, his sister.
Oh,
so giant.
Ryan Coogler.
was that the same director?
Yeah,
from the first?
same one.
Oh, wow.
Everything's gonna be all right.
Everything's gonna be alright.
I am queen of the most powerful nation in the world! And my entire family is gone!
Oh.
And everything!
And when I wake up,
Yeah, there's.
Woo-wee. Oh, I like that last scene.
All right, the Wakanda Forever trailer. What did you think?
It looked really good. The first observation, it really seems like it's gonna be an emotional movie. Not just because he passed away and he's not in the movie, but because there was many scenes where you can tell that emotion is real, that it's coming from a real place.
Yeah.
And so I think that it's gonna be I think there's gonna be tears. It looks a lot more action-packed to me. Visually beautiful to watch, the preview on its own. I wasn't sure about the trailer, how much they were going to really reveal, and they really didn't reveal anything except for that last scene you see her hand.
Yeah.
And she seems to be wearing the Black Panther outfit.
Yeah, it does seem to be a woman in it. So I didn't hear if it was Shuri or somebody else. So you're
Oh.
telling me that it's Shuri for sure?
It was obviously very tough to watch knowing that he's not really going to be in it, but I like that they even had a scene where his picture was on a building, like a painting, mural, and I think that's great. I'm just really excited to see how that transitions.
Yeah, I am too. The trailer really didn't give away anything as far as the story, the plot, or anything. And I think you're right that it's really this emotional trailer. You know, these are people that knew Chadwick Boseman personally. They had worked with him on several films in the past: the Infinity War, Endgame, Black Panther, even Captain America: Civil War. You know, so they had a relationship with him personally for a while. So for them being just his co-stars, that's got to be rough. You know, that's got to be, especially since Chadwick Boseman is such a great guy in real life, from what I understand.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see kind of real life imitating art, vice versa. Yeah, art imitating real life.
In this case.
That's going to be very interesting. I think the performances are going to be amped up because of that.
Yeah.
You know, because they're going to, in some form, going to be experiencing everything in the film that they experienced in real life.
Yeah.
So I think that's really going to change the tone. It's not just going to be a superhero Marvel movie. It's gonna have more meaning to it. And I think that the preview did a really good job at visually sending that message.
Yeah, and the only other thing I'd like to add to this as well is that because of the nature of the movie, I feel like it's not going to be a quippy Marvel movie. And I think that's what Phase 4 really needs right now. I think we've overdone the jokes with Thor: Love and Thunder. I think audiences are kind of getting over it. So to go to something that's meaningful, truly meaningful culturally, that's significant as far as an actual actor that was beloved by everybody, that passed away, and how it's going to relate to the actual film. I think that's a little bit of Marvel glue that maybe the silver lining might bring us all a little closer together in that regard.
I also saw obviously a lot of familiar characters, and then I saw a couple look like new characters, so that'll be interesting as well to see. I like that they kept all these other characters that we know as a constant. So I'm just really anxious to see how everything plays out. And they definitely were keeping all of that under wraps in the preview, but I think that that's appropriate.
Yeah.
You know?
I really want to see how they're going to handle it. I've been wondering that since, Chadwick Boseman passed away. I mean, how do you handle that? And so I'm really looking forward to seeing it. It looks great.
It does.
It looks, given the circumstance
Visually.
and the route that they want to go, that they're making the most out of it, to be respectful and also, that it is part of a larger cinematic universe. So that's a fine line to walk, but it looks like they're doing a good job. But these are just some of our thoughts, guys. We'd love to know your thoughts down in the comments below. Again, sorry it took so long for us to react and review to this trailer. Leave this video a like if you enjoyed. It does help the channel out a lot. Subscribe to be notified next time we post a video, and check out Patreon. You can watch some stuff early, full-length reactions over there. You can watch Clone Wars exclusively over there for right now. And that is it. Jen and I appreciate you watching. We'll catch you in the next video. Take care.